I wanted to go ahead and watch the new WoW expansion video. Here's my thoughts. Hopefully you can agree. Hopefully you can share some of your thoughts and let me know what you guys are thinking and maybe if it's worth returning to World of Warcraft after all, if they're even going to be able to save the game. We'll get right into the video.
So, influence the community, you've got another update and pretty significant controversial change for this.
Yeah, cross-faction play coming in 9.25.
That's nice. That's really nice. I heard about that.
The battle cry is for the Horde. It's not against the Alliance. It's not death to the Alliance. It's about pride in one's faction. And I think there's a way to preserve that and even strengthen that while giving players the ability to make the same choice we've seen the greatest heroes make time and time again.
I can't wait to do this. I'm
So
seeing
you can raid and play PvE and everything. That was the big issue with when I streamed it, is there were so many people on Alliance that couldn't play with us.
For our next adventure in World of Warcraft, we're going to go back to Azeroth. We're going to a space with high fantasy. I mean, our fans of Azeroth for a long time. This has been kind of the foundation of much of the lore of WoW. So without further ado, let's watch the cinematic.
Oh dang, this is gonna be dope, bro. Let's see if they can like bridge that gap as well as Final Fantasy did. That's gonna be that's a hard gap to bridge.
The world has been sundered.
So to a ripoff?
Cries out in pain.
Lightsabers? What?
Let the land slumber, hidden even from our own eyes. You will feel our return in the waking of the land.
Oh, dang.
Then you must light the beacon of Tearhold.
Tearhold?
Lest the path home be lost to us forever.
Blizzard Entertainment presents. Not gonna lie, this is like kind of good so far already. Oh man. Yo, homie's face is busted. This is their leadership now. They're waking up after 10,000 years away from making a good game. Oh man, dude, that homie can't drink no Madrinas. Oh dang. I like this guy already, not gonna lie. This guy's got heart. Is he gonna break in the process of combining it? Dang. That was pretty freaking sweet. That could literally be a representation of their game right there in the story.
We shall be Azeroth's protectors once again.
Friendly dragons.
Here, the new age of dragons shall begin.
Huh. Dragonflight. Not gonna lie, man. That was a pretty good cinematic they put together there. There was a lot of depth and meaning and weight to that.
Dragons.
That felt
This is
pretty
so
good.
cool. All right, you know I'm going to ask.
Yes, okay, so
Can I be a dragon?
let's start getting into some features here. And first off, yes, we have an all-new playable race, the Drakthir race.
Yeah.
This is a Draken, a draconic race, but dragons in Warcraft have the ability to take on a humanoid form.
What classes can they be?
They have unique abilities as literally a dragon, that doesn't quite fit any of our existing classes.
Yeah, bro, how do you make that combined with a demon hunter? Please.
So if you are a Drakthir, you will be the Evoker class. Drakthir can only be Evokers, Evokers can only be Drakthir. And the reason why only a Drakthir could be an Evoker is that an Evoker is really combining the ability to call upon the magic of the different aspects with the unique physical gifts that a Drakthir has. The ability
So
to
a melee
actually
magic.
take flight and do an Onyxia-style strafing deep
Oh,
breath
what
over
the
the
frick,
battlefield,
dude?
land on the other side.
It's a
abilities.
movement-heavy character.
And so that means that, like the Death Knights before them or Demon Hunters, they will be starting level 58, and then they're going to have a new starter zone. So they're going to
nice.
be slightly different. And we've heard loud and clear from players that, it's kind of a bummer to start off every new expansion by leaving a large part of your character behind. So this time around, what we're doing is really pouring all of our energy into permanent revamps, overhauls, and improvements to World of Warcraft's core systems. Things like our progression systems, in this case, our talent system is something that we want to completely revamp.
That's
we want
nice.
to take a look at our UI. We want to take a look at professions.
Nice.
So with the talent revamp and the arrival of Classic,
I'm all for
did you
handsome
learn
UI.
anything about
Can I have a dragon?
What's the fantasy of dragons, if not soaring over the lands? And so we're really excited to introduce a feature that we're calling dragon riding. It's dynamic with everything from momentum to dive bombs, the ability to just sort of build that speed up and feel the world rushing past you in a way
Holy
that
crap, Apex Legends movement.
We haven't forgotten about you. You could probably guess where we're going to go next. One of the all-time favorite expansions for World of Warcraft. Let's watch the cinematic.
Is it Wrath? This honestly might, save the game.
We had forgotten. Did you think we had forgotten?
Lich King for Classic, dude. Honestly, these two combined with each other might be enough to, save the game. People's perception of it.
My son, the day you were born,
They remake the
the
trailer,
very
bro.
forests of Lordaeron whispered the name Arthas. When my days have come to an end, you
Dang.
shall be king.
In 2022, wow. I
gotta
think
say
that they have the
Dragonflight.
perfect
The wide
combination to
open
save their
nature of the
game
zone,
if it
Wormwest
actually has
temple in the
content in the
center
new
of it. It's
expansion and it's not just a
unforgettable
shell.
expansion, just making
Everybody's
that
going to be
transition from one
nostalgium
to
to the
the
max
Now let's
from
talk
Lich King.
about-
So you can jump straight into Wrath of Lich King and skip the past expansions. Honestly, man, weaving the story. Let's see this.
Hi there. Welcome to the Dragonflight Deep Dive. I'm Steve Denuser.
Oh,
And
wow.
I'm Taryn Gregory.
Dragons, as we know them today, were very different in the early history of Azeroth. They were much more primitive, much more savage. What we now know as proto-dragons.
And then some of the dragons were empowered to become the aspects. The green flight, red flight, blue flight, bronze flight, black flight, each with unique powers, each with the ability to...
So this is
affect
the old
world
ones
in
or the new
different
ones?
They're going to need the help of our heroes, our players, to come to the Dragon Isles with them and face some of these reawakening challenges, because it's not just that this land is peacefully waiting for the dragons to return and reclaim it. There's those old enemies that have awakened as well.
And when I look, upon the Dragon Isles and all of its visual splendor, I get so excited.
Yeah,
for the
man, that's a
prospect
really
of a
gorgeous
truly
layout that they
Azerothian
got.
adventure alongside Calicos, along with Rathian, Ebonhorn, with Ysera's daughter Marithra.
Seems
as
like it's
each
going to be
one
a
of them
massive
is trying to
expansion.
find
So far, it
and
looks
just
really
new
promising.
horizons within
Steve,
this
it looks like
world.
it's what
There's
the
going
game
to be
needs to bring it
old
back from the brink.
stories from that time.
And we're part of the teams that are building the first two zones that you'll encounter in the Dragon Isles, the Waking Shore and the Onaran Plains.
That kind of makes me hesitate a
The
little
very
bit.
first zone in Dragonflight you're going to come to is the Waking Shores.
They're only
It's
two
wild,
zones in.
untamed land.
That's what it sounds like
It's
to me.
waking.
I love the Jardins so much. They're half giants that wield the power of magma. And when the Waking Shores and the Dragon Isles went to slumber, they also slumbered. They're back now, and they are ready to raise chaos.
Yeah, they're massive.
I think this is what the game needs, Sam. This is what they need from leadership is they need the resources to do what they're going to do here. Sounds like they're only 2 zones into creating stuff. Otherwise, they would have brought on other teams apart from just these 4 that are working on it. It sounds like they have 9 new areas that they're adding, which is more than enough to explore, and it's a lot for being able to fly around as a dragon with a dragon mount. It's either going to be incredible or horrible. I mean, it already seems better and more interesting than Shadowlands did. Cinematic 10 out of 10.
Talking about the next 2 zones that players are going to experience.
Oh, wow, they are going into the other zones, so they're not just going... So they're going to talk about the multiple zones after. Wow, there's a lot of different areas.
Hello,
I would say here's my issue with it is like they're saying they're doing this amazing world building and creating this story, but the issue is that even in my hundreds of hours that I put in a few years ago, like when I played for that like 3-4 month stretch, Soda, where I just like no-lived World of Warcraft for like 12 plus hours a day, my issue with it was always like, I'm playing it for the gameplay, but you don't necessarily only play MMOs like for the gameplay and the rating and the PvP. You want to play it because it's an immersive experience. Like it's a world that you can live in. And they've never done a good job at telling the story. I don't want to have to watch hundreds of hours of videos of people explaining in a podcast the story behind it. I don't think so though, Landonette. That's the thing is like so many people love it for the story and they're like hardcore fans of it, but they only have gotten the story through like listening to things and reading, and we're way past like sitting and spending all of this time reading every single quest line. If you want to live in the world, then it's got to pull you in, and I've never been pulled in and captured by the world that WoW's created, and that's what like keeps me for a long time. They need something that's going to create a buy-in and a connection to the game again, and back in the day, that used to cut it. It used to cut it to buy into a game that you could just read all the quests and storylines. But nowadays, we're so blessed with all the resources that we have that that's not what we need to pull us in and create buy-in.
We're aiming to shake up movement with this new system, providing players with a deeper immersion with forces like momentum and gravity.
We knew that for Dragonflight,
yeah, that's another thing, Mark. So does everyone just immediately get flying throughout the new zone? Honestly, bro, that was a huge detraction for me, was the freaking grind to get flying in every single area, dude. That just sucked. They need to create a fun grind.
Also, if you look at the game today, they are evolved beautifully over the years. And if you look at the HUD looks like it got
This is really nice that they're redoing this.
So when we approach this, we
wanted to create,
we are putting a mode in that will let players move various HUD elements around on the screen.
They're literally copying SWTOR, yeah.
Mini map, say from the right corner all the way over to the left corner. Or if I want to bring my action bars from the bottom and kind of put them more in the center by my
It looks clean. Like that looks really good. I wonder if they're going to copy Final Fantasy and like show people their rotations by glowing the next button to push. Yeah, I mean, I guess my entire thoughts to just kind of like summarize is like, I just don't know if the story is going to be able to like pull me in and capture me enough to where I'd really enjoy it that much. Graphically, they're changing the UI. They're improving professions. UI professions, a lot new zones. They're releasing Wrath of the Lich King at the same time. I think with all of that combined, if there's actually like substance and content and the story's really well done and the raids are well done, it seems like a lot of people are like really hungry for PvP. But I think that they could save their game and bring it back. The only thing is I haven't been too impressed with like any of the companies that Microsoft's bought over so far. Like Halo's in a really freaking bad spot, dude. And if that's a sign of like how games that they bought over are gonna do, then that's a yikes. Hey guys, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, guys. I'm really trying to get things going up on this YouTube channel. A lot of the videos lately have been doing amazing. We've been seeing record numbers with the videos lately, and it's all because you guys coming over from Twitch and vice versa. Thank you so much. Hope you have an awesome day. We'll see you later.